Today we are talking about coming out when stealth. Hello, I'm Jay. I did that in the reverse order that I should have done. In case you didn't already know, being stealth is when people just know you as a cis person. So, ignore that. If I was stealth, then I would be seen as a cis man rather than a trans man. That's what I mean. You would be seen as the cis version of your true gender, not as a trans person at all. I have come out to people who I was stealth to before, and I'll be honest, it hasn't been a fun time necessarily, because the one situation that this did happen in went quite wrong due to the fact that it was a new student in school, and it was me and a group of people who had been in my form class before, and this new guy who didn't know I was trans, and everybody else knew, but I told a joke about a dick pic thing which involved my packer floating in a sink, and so he didn't get it because he didn't know I was trans, and I told him I was trans, but then two of the people who were there kind of commandeered the situation and started basically coming out for me, and it wasn't really helping because they were explaining it in a dumbed down problematic cis version, when I was right there and I could explain it in a way that I would be comfortable explaining it to someone. And I don't know, because of this, I think he kind of got the wrong message about it. Partially he got the wrong message about it, partially he was already a bit ignorant, and as a result, I'm not really comfortable around this person anymore. But that's one bad example of how it happened. So for me, it didn't go particularly well. That's the one time I can actually think in my head that I remember doing it. But that's the one time I can actually think of that I did it. I don't think I've come out after being stealth to someone before, but I've definitely become friends on Facebook with people who I was stealth to, and then I don't hide the fact that I'm trans on Facebook. I may someday make a bit of an effort to hide the fact that I'm trans on Facebook, but I don't. So they probably have figured it out via Facebook, but I don't know, really. They've probably figured it out at this point, but I haven't explicitly gone to them and been like, hey, I'm trans. So I haven't really done this in the way that I would like to do so far. I haven't done it in the way that I wanted to do it. I have done it, but it has gone wrong because other people tried to kind of control the situation when it was my situation, not theirs. How I would advise other people to do it would be come out to this person in the same way that you would come out to anyone else. You sit them down, or you text them, you make sure it's private and that nothing's going to really get in the way, and you're just honest. You're like, I have to tell you something. And instead of just being like, I'm trans, I identify as the opposite gender, I'm not a girl, I know I was born a girl or assigned female at birth or whatever, but I identify as a male. Instead be like, hey, I know that you know me as male, and I am male, but I feel like I should tell you that I wasn't assigned male at birth. I was assigned female at birth, and then I'm trans, and blah, blah, blah. The only times that I really think you have to come out when you're stealth to someone is maybe if you're going to be like dating or in a sexual relationship and that kind of situation. Like if you plan on dating someone, or if you are dating someone and they don't know you're trans yet and you plan on getting sexual with them, then I think if you're pre-op and they're gonna have to face the fact that you don't have the genitalia they thought you had, then yeah, you kind of will need to tell them, because obviously, like, that's kind of like they go into the situation assuming you're going to have this set of genitals, and then you have a different one. That could, it could cause a hostile situation. So I would always say that if you think you're going to get sexual with someone, you should make it clear early enough that you're trans if that will affect the situation. Like, obviously, if you're post-op and you have whatever your desired genitalia is, and the genitalia that they're going to expect to see on your body, then probably don't need to come out. Probably not going to be a problem, you know? But if you're not going to have the genitalia that they expect, then that could bring issues. And for your own safety, I would say, come out. Because if I thought I was going to get sexual with someone and they didn't know I was trans, I would tell them well in advance, not right before we're about to get into bed with each other, but I would tell them well in advance that I am trans so they would know and they wouldn't be shocked. Like, it's not right that we have to do it, but it's the way it is. So I think that in terms of your own safety, it's better to do it than to not do it. So, thank you for listening to my quick little advice sesh about coming out when you're stealth. I should probably make more videos about being stealth, because I have some situations where I am stealth, and while not all of them are like a big deal trademark, it's still like, it can still be hard to be stealth. And yes, stealth. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos and encourage me to make more videos. Thank you. Goodbye.